Hi, I'm Terry White, and welcome back to Designing Your Life, the show that hopes to inspire you to step outside of your boundaries and try something new, something different that makes your environment a little happier during this time. We are all wanting Christmas to get here. I think we need a little Christmas more this year than ever before, but I'm calling this show Let It Bow, Let It Bow, Let It Bow. I'm going to show you just a few of my techniques on creating a beautiful bow out of ribbon. If you'll come a little closer, Emily, so that they can see my hands. You've seen my face enough. You don't need to see it any longer. Watch my hands. I am using some sort of pre-cut ribbon. I don't like the rolling all around the floor while I'm trying to concentrate on making a bow. But I'm going to stand with my left shoulder so that you can see it's really pretty simple. You form a little pinch with one hand, your left hand generally, and then you just feed the loops into that little pinch. You'll notice I keep turning my hand over. It makes it easy to make the next loop. And I start with loops about the size of the bow that I want, the outer confines of the bow. But then I make a couple of loops in the center that are shorter. And then I'm gonna make sort of a medium loop. I like a bow to have personality and character. I like it to be neat and tidy and symmetrical, but it doesn't have to be where every single loop is the same. And if I start going too fast, Emily will stop me, I hope.
So everyone, you twist it so that the pretty part stays out.
Yes.
That's what I have problems with.
If you're using a ribbon that has two sides to it and you want one particular side to show, you do have to manhandle the ribbon in a way that makes the side show that you want. Now I'm going to make the center loop now. I'm about halfway done with the bow. And it's just like you're making a loop, except you keep going around and you end up making the center part of it. And then I've got that piece of ribbon for a tail. I'll do another tail. This ribbon is on a roll, so you hear it bouncing around, and that just for some reason makes me somewhat crazy. But then I'm going to go back in with two slightly smaller loops to give it a little more of a balance between the tight center loop to where it gets bigger as it goes out from the center.
So do you just keep twisting until you get it as full as you want? Or
yeah,
and
the word twisting is not a term I would use.
Okay.
A lot of people think you have to twist the ribbon with every loop. You do not. Okay. All I'm doing is feeding it into those same, but you'll notice now I have 4 fingers. Doesn't matter how many little V's of fingers you have going, you're just holding it until you tie it off in the form that you want it to be in. So I'm just adding a few more loops. I will finish it off with a loop about as big as the largest loop that I made in the very beginning. Take this off. I'm going to put just a little bit more for long little trailers. And as I say, you notice that I turn, and that just helps. I don't know why I turn actually. It just helps me to flip my hand sort of back and forth, and it allows me to see the back side or the full scope of the bow. Now, This bow needs a few more streamers, so I'm not going to make any loops. I'm just going to add a piece of ribbon, and see, I'm holding it in place with my last finger, my little finger. And then I'll do another one, because as you know, a little is good, a lot is better. Now, I'm using a piece of florist wire. Come over here and see the contrast on the white box. I generally do not use florist wire to make a bow. I will usually tie it off with the same ribbon that I'm using. But it is a little more difficult, and when you're first starting, a wire might be easier. But you just put it through the center loop. Use all your fingers to tighten up the center of the bow. Bring the ribbon around, and then just twist it. It's really quite simple. And then we have to figure out where the top is. There we go. There we go. But there you have a nice fluffy bow. Now, one more thing that I want to show you on this episode that I failed to do last week. If you have cut your ribbon, and I encourage cutting of the ribbon, starting it, skip some space, start the ribbon again when you're doing around a tree. But at the end of the year, if you've used an expensive ribbon or even a medium priced ribbon, you might want to use it again next year. And I have seen so many people roll up each piece of ribbon individually. And I just wanted to show you very quickly a simple solution. Take all the pieces of ribbon, put them in a pile on the floor, and then find the ends of them. Start with the ends that you've matched up, and simply roll it and straighten the ribbon as you go. This will mimic a roll of ribbon, a brand new crisp roll of ribbon that has that wonderful arch to it. Now, you can be very, very neat and tidy and make sure that you have all your pieces lined up correctly, but it's not that important. You can roll it this way as long as each piece is flat and not contorted or twisted.
So we've all crammed it in a box.
Yes,
and shoved it.
and that just says to me, you're never using it again. I refuse to use ribbon at one of my clients' homes that has been just crammed in a box. But then next year, you see the ribbon just rolls out and it retains that wonderful little curve that it has coming off the roll. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope you've learned a little bit of something. Let us know. Please feel free to share this video. And until next time, I'm Terry White. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching Design Your Life with Terry White. Subscribe to Terry's channel for more inspirational videos on how to design your life with your favorite things. And if you try a bow this season and use Terry's method, we would love to see pictures. And if it doesn't turn out quite like you anticipated, we still want to see those pictures. So show us your bows. And when you post on social media, please hashtag Design Your Life with Terry White. Thanks again for watching. Happy holidays!